What's up, high levelers and Funnel Doc fam? Man, I did it. I said the other day that I might have to make it so that AI would write all the Nuture emails, and I did it. I spent several hours working on this thing, but it's amazing. So, in case you missed out, I originally made a AI voice prompt video that shows you how a HighLevel's voice AI can literally sell itself. It'll ask the user to questions, gather data, then role play, and then try and sell and close the user on HighLevel's voice or your HighLevel voice AI system. So it sells itself. Well, then everybody wanted to know how the workflows. And by the way, that video is like right here if anybody wants to watch it about how to do the prompt and build out the initial voice AI. Well, then everybody kept asking, well, what are the workflows that I can use to make it? So then yesterday I spent several hours building out all the workflows so it will literally sell, track, and do everything you need to sell itself. And that video is like right up here, I believe. Um, and then in that video, I was like, well, I had a nurture series that was part of it. I'm like, well, what if I made the AI write the nurture series based off their responses during the call? Well, guess what? I did it. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set that all up and everything you need to know to make it happen inside of your AI system. This is the next set of evolution, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy about this. I've had so many people with great comments and responses that they were waiting for something that is trying to figure out how to happen. I helped so many people. And if you could, when you get your first sale using this, if you could in the comments, tag me and let me know. I'd appreciate it so much. And with that being said, please like and subscribe if you're getting value from these videos, and let's jump into today's video. So you're really looking at right here sort of the outline of everything we've got, really the custom fields, the things that have been added a bunch to. We've got a whole bunch of new custom fields in here. It even tracks the subject line and the email that's created for each step for that individual contact. So every contact has unique emails specific to their pain points, goals, etc. And each one is documented underneath that contact. How cool is that? I only did 12 spaces. This is unlimited. You could do it technically, change it. I'm going to show you what to do. Make it 365 if you want it. All you need to do is copy a few things I'm going to show you in a little bit, and you can make this literally a year of nurturing if you want it. I've only got it set up for 12, and then I set up for 6 in the demo, but it's really up to you. So there's the 12 you, of course, when you would need to add if you're doing 365 of these. So it said subject line and email line for each one to track. These are the custom values you're going to need to add. Number of emails. I'll explain that to you later. It matches what it is, then matches the number of emails in the workflow. So if you've got 365, you need to set this custom value to 365. AI memory key. Don't mess with that. I'll explain it when we get there. Just leave it alone. It's already set. Next thing is the name of the sales session. So for me, my sales sessions are AI impact assessment. They're sessions. AI impact sessions or AIIAs. But yours might be different. So whatever your name is, like mine, AI impact assessments are put in there. You put your name in there in the custom value. The next thing you're going to want to do is make a trigger link. I'm not going to get into that in this video of how to do it, but you'll make a trigger link, and then in that trigger link, put the link to your scheduling one-on-one session, whatever you're using. Like for me, my AI impact assessment, that's our scheduling session. So I use that link, put that link there. That way the AI will be able to send them the link so that the person you reading the emails could schedule the one-on-one to be sold AI. And then you've got the payment link. So I'd create a payment link for this, put it in the trigger link, and then that payment link is basically, like 5K, whatever you charge for your AI. And then they could just pay it right there on the spot. So that's that. And then realize too, some of the things we added this in. We talked about this last time. That's really all we need to know. So we'll jump on in. You'll see here they are here. I've got the memory key. I've got my name of the session. I've got the total number of emails for this 6. This just says payment link because I didn't actually do it. You will need to put your payment link there. And then here's the trigger link that I did make for the schedule session. The next thing is just in in the folder, I would make your self-selling folder. These are just all the custom values I said. You see that they're all made. They did change recently that you can use numbers for custom fields. You used to not be able to use anything but text fields. So now you can use custom fields as well. So just be aware of that. So we've got everything set up in here. And you'll see it will come in and it will give you, next you'll show you in the person. This is what it looks like. These are test emails I was running. And so we're going to fill this out real quick. Imagine that this is the information that the AI gathered from the caller when the call went on. So this is afterwards. They didn't buy. They're still interested. They need to be nurtured. This is how it would happen. So I'm going to quickly fill this out for you guys. So you see now I just named it Jeff Sushi situational role play, calling in to ask restaurant about our questions about a restaurant and order sushi. The name is Just in Time Sushi, type of business, sushi restaurant, owner title or user title. In this instance, it's owner. These are for the email. Imagine it could be whatever you want to call yourself or title yourself in the emails themselves. The biggest roadblock is explaining types of sushi and getting orders over the phone. This one would be number of no-shows that's tracked in the other workflows we talked about. Matter of fact, that video is right here if you want to watch it for workflows. And this is where there's specific AI memory key. The cool thing about this is it allows, and I'm going to show you how to set this up in the GPT, all the GPTs to know what each one's saying to each other, and it's specific to this person. I'm going to show you how to create all that, and then you've got your subject line and email lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then what we're doing now is we're going to jump in the actual workflow itself. So first of all, the first thing you need to do is you need to generate the memory key for them. So the first thing we're going to do is update the contact memory key. So whatever number it currently is on is the one that is going to pull and assign to the contact as it goes through that. And you can see here we've got the custom value. The next thing it's going to do in a math operation, just add 1 to the value of what the memory key is. So we're going to pull in here self-selling memory key. We're going to add 1. And this is, of course, the field that's updated is the custom field. We're going to add 1 to it, and then we're going to update the custom field with whatever that number is. So if you're on number 372 million or whatever, it's going to be 372 million and 1, and then it'll update that so that way the next person will get that next number. That way you never have any numbers that overlap, and it's always new. Now, here's where the thing is. I needed the AI to not only write the subject line, but to write the email and do them separately because they're 2 separate fields. So the first thing I did is right here, I've got the whole GPT, and you can see we've got the task written right here as well as we're writing it in for what the email is. And then I set it up for the history here is set for custom. And then what I did is that custom field, I just come in here and go custom values, voice AI memory key. And now whatever that memory key is specific to that contact, I'm sorry, I don't want to do custom field. I want to go contact. I apologize. Contact custom field AI memory key, because remember, it's for that specific contact. Now it's going to be set, and now all the GPTs will use whatever number is specific to that guy. So it makes it really cool and easy to do. Now, the next part is where the magic comes in. This now temperature, the more or less you adjust it is, the more it's going to adhere to the prompt or go wild. Just that's up to you. But then this is a long, and I found out I don't know that there's actually limitation on here because I've written this really long and several times as I come through. But we've got all the variables listed here. You'll see like that. Then in the next section, let's expand back. We've got the input. It explains how to write the emails next. And if you want, you can just stop the screen here and look at it, how it's written out or whatever you want. And then you've got the subject line guidelines. Remember, these were to write the subject line. The next one's going to be writing the emails. Then we've got the output requirements. We've got the email examples. And then we've got the output examples. You'll see in the other one, too, that I use specific people and reference in the email. I might add this. Again, I'm still testing it. It's doing good, but I'm going to work on it and perfect it. And I'll let you guys know how that goes. But for the subject lines in the email one, so I make references to specific people and types and styles. That way you'll see you get such a variation in your emails. It's really cool. So you've got your email subject line, and then once the email subject line is created, I just go in and update that field number one, email subject line number one, which is this chat GPT right here, number two, their response. And to find that, you just go in here, you go down to GPT, email response, and I click response, and that's what it is. So then that, now what it's going to do, so now it updates that field. So now the next thing is it goes to the next. Now this is the email writing one. And then you'll see here is the prompt for that. And again, the only thing that changes is this number right here. So like for email number two, it says two. So that way it's aware, and then same thing, you got your memory key. And then down here where the magic is, pretty much the exact same, prompt that's going to be in every email one. It's a different than you'll see it's way different than the subject one, just because there's so much more to it. So here's all your variables. Here's your input, writing style. I've got, inappropriate, at least 1 to 2 in each email. We've got storytelling, problem, agitate solution, curiosity-driven hooks, benefit-driven messaging, emotional appeal, authority and tone, urgency and scarcity, education, value-oriented. So it's got 10 or 8 different styles of writing styles that will incorporate. And if you wanted it to use more, just change this number. I only put 1 to 2 in each. Maybe you want 2 to 3. I don't know. And then the guidelines here, it talks about how the email guidelines, how they're going to be written. And then it talks about the purpose, the engaging value, the customer's call to action. And again, if you want to change this up, you can change up some of this. Talks about the PS section. In the PS section, I wanted to always either deliver value, educational inspiration, or a soft call to action. You'll see that's listed in there. And then we got personalization using placeholders to make sure that inside the actual email, it's using the right custom fields or custom value, depending on what it is. Output requirements to make sure that it formats it. That's the other thing. You'll see that when we demo this in a minute, it perfectly formats the email just like you want it. There's nothing. It took me a while to get this down. And then you got output examples of how everything is going to be, all the way down to the PS. And it's set to use this example, but not the same every time. Now, if you for yourself wanted something different, you just go in here and make changes along that. Now, if you are using the GPT that I showed you in the first video of this AI, voice AI that sells itself series, again, you can watch that video right there. That one right there, if you are feeding these into the prompts into it, copy and paste it, but make sure you put in there as like a little caveat. Do not change this prompt, only add the things that I'm talking about, something similar like that, because if not, what I found that it will do is sometimes it shortens or reiterates or changes this long prompt that I've worked like 3 hours on perfecting here, and it messes it up because it thinks that it's helping. So if you wanted to do something differently or add or change or whatever, use the GPT I made for you in that video, but just make sure you put that little addendum in there, because if not, it will change the prompt and it doesn't work as well. I've noticed that happening. So then you've got your GPT number, you got your GPT-1. Then I'm going to update that email to that contact person now. And then the email just goes out. And then you'll see here, I've got the Nuture email, the location name, location email for the actual, look, the tags in it. And then I've just got for each one, and you can literally just go through and change this number to 1, 2, 3, 4 to whatever it is, because that's how it's set up, the format. So you don't have to like copy and paste anything. Just if it's subject email one, just make sure it's one. And then the next thing here is GPT response. And you're just going to look at what GPT is above this email. It's number one, and change that accordingly. Now, if you want to find it, you go to custom value, scroll down to GPT, and then you're going to see here that you've got GPT-1. Again, you want it to match whatever number is above that email. It could be 37, it could be 6, could be anything. So pay attention to what GPT is above that email, and that's where you want to pull that response. And then you'll see the next thing we've got is just it waits 24 hours, does it all again. Waits 24 hours, does it all again. And that's the cool thing about it, is it's set up now that each email, the AI will read the email before, recognize that, and use it so it doesn't ever write anything that's the same. They're all independently different. And then every third to fourth email, the email is just a solid hard pitch on your voice AI. So it's like value, education, all these other stuff, and then pitch. Like Gary V. Jab, jab, right hook. Is that's all set up, and now I'm going to show you. If this is only set up for 6, but let's say that I wanted to add 7, 8, whatever it is. All you do is you come right here to the wait step. You go copy all actions from here. Go to the very end, and then all you're going to do is change some numbers now. You saw we were at right here, we were at 6. You see now it still says 6. So you're going to go in the first one. You're now going to change this from email 6 to 7. You're going to also change it here. There's 2 spots right there and there. That's it. You're done with that. Now you're going to come into the update. You're going to find subject line. Remember, it's subject line number 7. And you're going to change this to GPT. Remember, we're at 13 here. So you're going to come in GPT, you're going to find 13, which is usually the very one at the bottom, almost always I've noticed. So, and there it is, GPT 13 response. So what this GPT 13 subject line for email 7 is going to be updated. Now we need to go to the next one. We're going to again change it to up. Let me update this. I like to make sure all the titles match too. I don't like I didn't miss that. Let me make sure all those match too. That's the other spot where you always want to change it so that you're always number 7776. And then so we go here, and again, that's GPT 14, so keep that in memory. So you go 7, and then again, you're going to scroll down right here at the top. There's 2 spots in this one, and then that's it for that one. And then you're just going to go down to the Nuture email series. You're going to change this to 7. You're going to change your response to 14, because that's the GPT that's above it. Right there's the number. Again, it's always at the bottom, right here, 14. Boom, we've got that. And we're going to update this guy here. Again, the number to 7. For some reason, I always forget that guy. And then that's it. You're done. Well, we got to update the email. Sorry. And then you got to update the email. Last one. And that's why I always like doing this, because if you donate the number here, you know that it's not update too. So then here again, you got your subject line. You're going to come in here and hit 7. And then what GPT was it? 14. So I don't even need to search. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I know that it's 14. So there you go. So now this one, and that's it. That's literally now it's ready to go. All you do now is you save it. You of course would need to go update your custom fields so that you had a spot for 7 and 8. I did it in all the way up to 12 in this one because I might want to add more later. But that's what you need to do if you want to do like a 13th or a 14th or beyond what's in there already for it. You can look at it right here. You'll see that I've got them all the way up to 12s in here. But if you need to do another one, you just make email subject line 13, email Nuture email 12, and just put it in there. And then that's pretty much it, man. It's that easy. I try to make this as like easy for you guys to make and use as possible. And now we're going to demo it. Are you ready for the demo? So we're going to come right here. We're going to jump on it. All right. So we started the demo. And you're going to see here in a second, an email will jump in, and all this will update. Usually you have to refresh for it. And there we go. Struggling, the headline is struggling to keep up with customer calls. And then here's the email. Hi, Jeff. Imagine, and you can just read it. Imagine a bustling evening at the Just in Time Sushi where every phone call is seamlessly handled, and you can read it all. And it comes in here in our one on one assessment. It talks about the assessment. Here's what to expect. You schedule it, best regards. And then the sales team, too, is just whoever assigned to it. So I've got, if I wanted it to say voice AI or whoever the team member is, part of that workflow, it assigns, remember way back in the workflows, again, that workflows video here from part 2, it assigned a team member. So then that team member's name, wouldn't say this, would be listed right there. So this would be, John Smith or whatever. And you see how I said it was owner. So that way it's owner. You can change it up in Just in Time Sushi. And here's the PS. Don't let the challenge of explaining sushi and taking orders. Again, it's knowing what their problems are and what they like to be demoed. Embrace the future with AI. Watch your business thrive. Schedule your AI impact assessment today. And then there's the link. And then you can go through and you just read through this. And now you'll see the emails aren't here yet. But if I update this, And I'm so excited about this. This is so cool. So then you come through. Let's close this first folder. So we'll just get to the actual folders themselves. Here's the selling Jeff Sushi, all the different stuff. You'll see here's the memory key created. Here's the subject line. Here's email number one. Now we're going to jump in. I'm going to push myself through. So you'll see I'm waiting at the 24-hour mark right now. Boom. So I'm going to push it through, and now you'll get to see what the second email looks like. Here we go. Headline: How AI can transform just-in-time sushi ordering process. You're gonna again, it's keying into their, and we can work on the subject line. I'm gonna work on that one a little bit more. It will get better, but a little more hooky. I don't want to be too um clickbaity, but I'll work on that some more. But I love the emails. The emails picture this. Picture this: a customer calls just in time sushi, eager to order their favorite rolls. Instead of a lengthy back and back forth explain the sushi options, the conversation flows effortlessly, leaving the customer delighted with you and more time to focus on crafting, is leaving you more time to focus on crafting exquisite dishes. The seamless experience is just a dream, blah, blah, blah. You can read it if you want. It talks about how the personalized session, if they wanted to book a session. Again, here's the link. Let's work together, make just in time sushi the go to destination for sushi lovers. And then again, another PS. So that's it. And you'll see here they've updated the memory key. We've got it. And now if I refresh it again, the new email and subject line will be there. And there you go. There's subject line number two. And then here's the email number two so that you can use it somewhere else or whatever if you ever need to reference it. And they'll just keep doing that. So I'm so excited about this. The cool thing is with using this idea that I've showed you, you can use this anywhere in your HighLevel system to be able to use nurtured emails. Just think of instead of maybe using the AI, maybe they're filling out a form somewhere or whatever. Just know that you can use the same prompt I've given you, change out the variables to match whatever you want, and it will work perfectly. So thanks so much for watching this video. I'm so excited about this and the future of AI and what it has in hold for us in store for 2025 and HighLevel in the future. And I'm so honored to be a part of all this with you, with HighLevel, and leading your charge in AI. So thanks for watching this video. Please tell a friend, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Funnel Doc out.